Hello everyone. Greetings from Health Pals Arogya Mitra team. Wish you all a very happy and healthy 2021. Today we are taking up a topic which is very important in our day-to-day life, and losing them can cause a great concern. Yes, today's topic is hair. We have Health Pal panelist Dr. Rachna Shanbag, consulting homeopath practicing in Bega. Dr. Rachna is going to enlighten us about hair care tips and with the main focus on hair fall.
Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Yes, Dr. Varsha, as you said, hair is important not only for cosmetic reasons but also for our self-esteem and self-confidence. Hair plays important role in showcasing our personality. So with growing hair problems, hair care industry has become a huge industry. So many companies, a lot of hair care products, bombardment of advertisement. But we need to understand one thing, hair reflects our internal health. So our treatment should be focused on that. Yes, first let us understand normal things about hair. Generally, human scalp boasts around 1 lakh hair. Growth of the hair follicle varies with age and health of the person. On an average, there is annual increase of 5 inches. The lifespan of an individual hair is up to 6 years. At any one moment, 90% of scalp hair are growing and 10% are resting. So these resting ones remain inactive for 3 months and then they fall off. This means around 50 to 100 hair are lost every day, which is absolutely normal. Growth of the hair follicle takes place in cycles. There are 3 phases. First one is anagen. This is growing phase. This is of 3 years. Then comes catagen. This is a transitional phase from growing to resting. This is of a week or 2. Then comes telogen. This is a resting phase which is of 3 to 4 months, and after this hair fall off and new hair come. Common causes of hair fall are lack of proper nutrition. Hair is made up of keratin. Hair needs protein, biotin, iron, vitamins for hair growth. So deficiencies of these may lead to hair fall. So having a lot of junk food instead of nutritious food or going on a crash diet can cause such deficiencies. Then second cause is aging. With age, hair starts thinning as body's capacity to absorb nutrients decreases. So protein loss or avitaminosis, zinc deficiency can cause thinning of hair. Next is hereditary factor. This has hormonal relation too. Hair fall happens due to high or low levels of hormones. For example, androgenic alopecia. This is androgen dependent and this has a genetic predisposition. In males, this is known as common baldness or male type of alopecia. Here in early 30s, there is gradual loss of hair, especially from vertex and frontotemporal area. The forehead looks high, and in females, due to increase in dihydrotestosterone, there is hair fall. In females, generally there is diffuse hair throughout the mid scalp. Next cause is stress. This is quite common nowadays. Any mental or physical stress, for example, divorce, separation or death in family or any major illness, this has potential effect on hair to fall in clump. There are 3 types, telogen effluvium. Here after stress, a lot of hair follicles are pushed into resting phase and the hair fall is seen few months after such incident. Second one is trichotillomania. Here because of stress, there is an irresistible urge to pull out hair from scalp, eyebrows, eyelashes. Whenever the person is under lot of stress, he has such an urge which he cannot control. Third one is alopecia areata. This is thought to be an autoimmune disease. This is modified by genetic factors and aggravated by stress. Here there is rapid and complete loss of hair in circular patches, especially on scalp, bearded area, eyebrows and lashes. In some people, this condition progresses, leading to total loss of scalp hair, which is known as alopecia totalis. Then certain medicines or drugs are known to cause hair fall. Some scalp infections like fungal infections, psoriasis, eczema, they can cause hair fall. Certain disorders like thyroid disorder, eating disorders like anorexia, they cause deficiencies, nutritional deficiencies leading to hair fall. Then hair care products, styling agents, colors, straighteners, overuse of hair dryers, all these are known to damage hair, so use them with care. Even tight hairstyles, they irritate scalp leading to hair fall. Pollution is another common cause of hair fall. Even some acute illnesses like viral fevers, typhoid, dengue, or after some surgeries, major illnesses, this can also lead to hair fall. But these are noted after few months of such an illness. Yes, in females at different phases of life, like after childbirth or at menopause, there are changes in hormones which can cause hair fall. During MC, if there is heavy bleeding, then levels of iron go down, leading to hair fall. In females with PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, there is extra growth seen on face and body, whereas scalp hair grow thinner because there is chronic imbalance of hormones there. Yes, prevention is always better than cure. First one is hygiene. Wash your hair regularly with a mild shampoo which suits your hair. Dry hair, less of washing, more of oiling, and oily hair, regular washing with less oiling. Second one is massage. Massaging your hair regularly with lukewarm oil. You can use coconut oil. This helps in lubrication and improving the blood circulation. This keeps hair follicles active. You can use 7 to 8 drops of oil after bath. This acts as a good moisturizer. There is no need of any costly hair cream. When to avoid oil, this is also very important because in certain conditions, if, like infection of scalp, or if you have thick patches of dandruff, applying oil can worsen the condition. It's better to avoid going out with oily, sticky hair as dust gets attached easily, causing more damage. Then third point is brushing and combing. Don't comb your hair when it is wet. Use good quality hair products. Go for natural ones whenever possible. Try to reduce the use of hair dryers. Don't make it a daily routine. Eat nutritious food. Include pulses, green leafy vegetables, sprouts, lentils, nuts, seeds, sweet potatoes, ghee, butter in your diet. Micronutrients like zinc, phosphorus, selenium are important for growth of hair. Good sleep and proper hydration are equally important. Relaxation and meditation. This helps because this reduces the stress and restores hormonal balance. Shirshasana is also very helpful as it improves the blood circulation of the scalp, which is good for healthy hair. Treatment of hair should be preventive, curative and protective. There are various types of treatments available. Homeopathy is one of the simple and cost-effective way. For proper cure, treating the cause is very important. So if you have any such problem, you can consult your homeopath. If required, certain investigations are advised. Our medicine help in reducing the progression of the condition if the treatment is given in time, that is before the condition becomes irreversible. Medicine help in regeneration of hair when the hair follicles are active. Homeopathy has a wonderful role to play when the hair fall is because of stress. With medicines to be taken internally, there are some tinctures available which are to be applied with oil. They work beautifully and the result is visible after 3 to 4 months, as hair is in resting phase for that much period of time. So one has to have patience. So that's in brief about the homeopathic approach to the treatment of hair fall. Hope this helps you all.
This will definitely help our viewers. So take care.
Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you.